Ever feel like your web hosting bill is like a secret code? Just like you are paying for it hoping not getting tricked because computer stuff and jargons just isn't your thing? You're a business owner. You are great at what you do, making awesome products, fixing cars, and selling cool gadgets. But you don't have the time to learn about servers and bandwidth. And that's exactly why many people, just like my friend Lili, ended up paying way too much for their website. They just don't know the tech stuff, and some companies, well, they do take advantage. My friend Lili, a neighboring secondary school mate, WhatsApped me just a while ago. I was actually having lunch and she sounded frantic. I told her, sure, feed me all the info, I'll take a look after lunch. And man, did she feed me the info. Screenshots, chat logs with IT support and everything she had. She told me she wanted to switch her website from web design agency to web hosting company. Simple, right? She asked if it was just as easy as pointing the DNS over. But right, the answer is yes. But after they pointed the DNS to web hosting company's server, her website was not loading. I told her just to get web hosting company to reload the backup. A little later, Lili texts me back, and there is where it gets weird. I was scratching my head. No web? I thought maybe she just didn't migrate her actual website files over. So I messaged her mentioning that some vendors do charge a fee for migration. Then Lili texts back, and there's the line that tells you everything.
Web hosting IT support says there's no web in their server to begin with.
Misleading. That was the keyword. I knew then I had to call Lili. Texting wasn't going to solve her mystery. So I called Lili. I went through a series of basic questions just to find out how exactly her website was set up in the first place. And here's the shocking truth. Lili had bought her domain name and her email hosting plan from web hosting company. But her actual website was developed and hosted by web design agency. This meant she was actually paying double because a proper web hosting plan usually comes with email too. She was tangled up paying for two separate things she thought were one. I got her to grab the login info for her cPanel from web design agency. And after checking, it was even worse. She was paying about 800 ringgit a year for a tiny 5GB web hosting space with only 5GB of bandwidth. Then, from web hosting company, she was paying another 188 ringgit for email hosting and 75 ringgit for her domain name. As a layman business owner, they are often taken for a ride. Agencies and vendors just want to make money. Users don't understand the tech, and that's okay. But it means they are vulnerable. And get this, her site was just basic HTML. No fancy database, no complex engine behind it, yet she was paying a premium price for the web hosting. So, I jumped onto web hosting company's website, the one she already used for her domain and email, and started digging. And there it was, a web hosting plus email plan for only 255 ringgit a year. It offered 50GB of disk space and 20GB of email space. And the best part, migration was free. I told Lili, get that plan now.
How the heck am I going to tell web hosting tech support? I just spoke to them, their communications was really out.
I totally understood her frustration. Sometimes tech support is too technical. So I guided her. I gave her a simple 3-step script to tell the support team. I told her to say, I want to upgrade my plan from the 188 ringgit email hosting plan to the 255 ringgit web plus email hosting plan. Next, here's the cPanel login info from my old host web design agency. Lastly, please do the migration for me, as it's a free service with the new plan. The very next day, I get a text from Lili.
Thanks for helping me out through yesterday's drama. You helped me save lots of bucks.
That's right. From over 1,063 ringgit a year down to a shocking 325 ringgit a year. She was paying 738 ringgit extra every single year for 5 years. That's a mind-blogging 3,690 ringgit down the drain. I told her no worries, it's just a simple guide. But her whole experience really hammered home a crucial point. These are basic things for us who understand tech, but IT support often explains or uses too much jargon. We need to train ourselves to explain things as simple as possible. If a school student can understand it, then there will be no miscommunication and people like Lili won't get caught in these expensive traps. So, if you're looking at your web hosting bill right now and it feels like a mystery, pause. Break it down, understand what you're paying for, and don't be afraid to ask for simpler explanations or even get a second opinion. Lili's story is a perfect example of how easily you can save a significant amount of money just by understanding your setup. Don't let confusing tech terms or even vendors' tactics cost you more than they should. I've put links to some reputable hosting providers and good domain registrars in the description below. These are services I trust and use myself or recommend to friends like Lili. So, have you had a similar web hosting saga, a massive savings or a frustrating misunderstanding? Share it in the comments below, I would love to hear it. If this video helped you to avoid some expensive mistakes, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical tips on managing your online presence.